Hey you guys, so I decided to do a somewhat brief, spoiler-ridden Don John review since I like this movie so much and can't wait to see it again. And it's still like with me. I just saw it like earlier today, but I just keep thinking about it because or depending on if I kept my other video up or not, I really like Joseph Gordon-Levitt. This is one of the movies of 2013 that I was anticipating, and just with the cast and the story and again who helmed this movie and who's the star of it, I was excited. So seeing it today, I was just, like basically my hopes for this movie, but this lived up to my anticipation. Um, I like when you really get into Don John's life for the first, I don't know, maybe I want to say 20 minutes. I wasn't really keeping track, but just when he's like the introduction to Don John, I really liked it. It's again like realistic, not really offensive to men. At least I would say, because not all guys are like this, but some are most, and same with the women too. That's one thing. The other thing about this movie is, as much as it goes on the factors of porn and rom com fantasies, I like that it's kind of like a unisex romance film, or just a movie for guys and girls in general when it comes to relationships, or getting the idea of it or whatnot, rather than just like like the movie itself being a rom com told from just one perspective. Now, I'm not huge on rom coms. Some are okay. A lot of them are really predictable, like he says in the film. But I either like, I don't mind some, or it's like the raunchy romantic comedies, or even the ones from male's perspective, like Forgetting Sarah Marshall, and oh gosh, I can't think of another one because there isn't that many. But yeah, so that's one example. Um, and so yeah, just get to the acts of the movie. So I like the introduction. I like the dynamic he has with his family. Even though Brie Larson never says anything, actually he gave like a real just subtle performance. I mean, she was on her phone the whole time. So she seemed like a girl. Like it was almost like any girl could have played her, but I was so glad it was Brie Larson of all people. Tony Danza was pretty funny. And this is the movie itself. It was pretty damn funny, and besides being honest and realistic, and and of course once we really get to him and Scarlett Johansson, I really liked their chemistry. Just every second they're on screen together was really good, and I want to see them work more in the future. And on that same note, I really liked his chemistry with Julianne Moore too. Just like how the acting scenes he has with them, they're really just top notch to me. And yeah, and so I mean, I keep just obsessing over like how, again how real this movie is, just because it's nice and fresh and new, and it's so nice to have a movie directed by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, like him starring in it and directing in it, and the fact that I like like, once I saw the movie, I got so into it and like the acting and story, I forgot it was done by the lead man himself, which is very very impressive to me. I had no problems with it really, and I liked again how he did the script and direction, and I want him to do more movies. I'm sure they're just gonna get better and better. So yeah, um, I guess that's my thoughts on Don John. Like I thought all the acts were good and like different. I liked, when things didn't quite. I didn't expect that argument scene in the trailer to be the last scene, the last essential scene with Scarlett and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Besides when they have lunch together later. Um, but yeah, and I'm glad that when he was in a single phase, he didn't just like grow a beard and sit there and look depressed. Even though he did that little in 500 Days of Summer, but again, that movie was kind of realistic too. So yeah, I'm a big fan of both 500 Days and this movie. They are a little similar and really good in their own ways. So yeah.